has just drawn to a close. We will start off this press conference with an opening.
We today announced the kickoff of Exercise Steadfast Defender 2024, which commences next week and runs through May. Steadfast Defender 24 will be the largest NATO exercise in decades, with participation from approximately 90,000 forces from all 31 allies, plus our good partner, Sweden. The alliance will demonstrate its ability to reinforce the Euro-Atlantic area via transatlantic movement of forces from North America. This reinforcement will occur during a simulated emerging conflict scenario against a near-peer adversary. Steadfast Defender 24 will be a clear demonstration of our unity, our strength, and our determination to protect each other, to protect, of course, our values and the rules-based international order.
Industrial base that is able to produce weapons and ammunition fast enough. Sorry, the big difference with a year ago, I would say, Terry, is that...
Listen carefully to the general. So this is the actual general that's going to speak on it, all right? He's the head of NATO, this guy here, all right?
There's a lot of things that have happened in the armed forces and in the defense organizations. What hasn't happened is in our societies, the understanding that it is more than the military that has to be able to operate in a conflict or in a war. It is the whole of society that will get involved, whether we like it or not. That realization, we didn't talk about that much a year ago. If you look back to last year, what has happened in our alliance with regard to the battle groups that we set up, if you look back to the training, the fact that we now have Steadfast Defender with 90,000 troops, that is a record number. That is a record number of troops that we can bring to bear and have an exercise with in that size. Across the alliance, across the ocean, from the US to Europe, in Europe. That is a big change.
Thanks a lot. I guess for Admiral Bow or for General Cavoli.
People find it a surprise and as a result buy a radio on batteries. That is great. It is part of the package that the Swedish government is talking about. You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there.
We're talking about the first 36 hours of a nuclear strike. Let's rewind that. For you to survive the first 36 hours of a nuclear strike. This is what he's speaking of, right?
A flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years. I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans.
Thank you all.
It's not a given that we are in peace. That's why we have the plans. We've heard that one more time. Listen carefully. For those of you that don't believe that this war is coming, this war of Armageddon is coming, World War III.
Is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years on batteries to make... The Swedish government is talking about. You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on.
You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight with batteries. So they're telling you to get ready for this, because this is what the elites are doing. The elites are building their bunkers. They're preparing. The elites, the multimillionaires, the billionaires are preparing for this because they know this is coming. We know it's coming through Bible prophecy, right?
On batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours.
To make sure you can survive the first 36 hours. The first 36 hours of a nuclear strike. This is what he's referring to. The first, to make sure you can survive, because the radio, so you know what's going on. The torch, because you're going to, all power will obviously be gone, so you can, to see what's going on in your own house, and if you've got a basement and that. And water to survive. The main stable of survival is water. All right, you can survive without food, but not water. I think water is 4 days, food is like 2 or 3 weeks. All right, this is what he's telling you. Get ready.
It's like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years.
Not everything is plannable. Not everything's going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years. This ain't going to take 20 years to happen. This is going to happen, I believe personally, within the next 24 months. All of these events are going to take place, Lord willing. All right, but we all understand and we know that the microchip, the mark of the beast, must be in play first before they fire the actual nukes. Nukes won't be fired until the mark of the beast has gone global.
I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans.
Thank you all
It's
very
not
much.
a given that we are in peace. That's why we have the plans. I want to give all the praises and the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kadash, Babylonians, to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, the remnant, as the Bible says, many are called, few are chosen. The chosen are the elect, the remnant of the children of Israel. Lord willing, we make it. We call ourselves the hopeful elect. So, as you've heard it from the donkey's mouth, I've been hearing, reading stuff and this, that, but I just wanted to hear, I wanted to find a video where he actually speaks on it, and this is it. This is the video where he actually speaks on it, all right? So, a couple precepts. So I wanted to do a couple of videos today. I'm going to go into Daniel's chapter 4, verse 17, one of my favorite books in the Bible, because it predicts the end and it predicts the salvation of the children of Israel, the elect, the remnant. So Daniel's chapter 4, verse 17. Yeah, we are in the NLT. No problem. We'll do it from the NLT. For this has been decreed by the messengers. The messengers are the angels of the Most High. It is commanded by the holy ones, the angels, so that everyone may know that who the Most High, who is Yahweh, that's the Son, that's the Father of Yahushai. The Son is Yahushai, the Father is Yahweh. Know that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of the world. Know that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of the world. He gives them to anyone he chooses. He's getting ready to give the reins over to Donald Trump, Babylon the Great. Lord willing, that's what it looks like. Looks like the Most High is getting ready to give over Babylon the Great to Donald Trump. And I want to do a video on that later. He gives them to anyone he chooses, even to the lowliest of people, the bases of men. In the King James, it would say, even to the bases of men. So the Lord has given this kingdom over that we're in today, over to the bases of men, to the lowliest of people, which are the Edomites. They are the rulers of this kingdom. We jump down to verse, I think, 32. It reiterates this point. It says, you will be driven from human society, talking about Nebuchadnezzar. This is what happened to him. You will live in the fields with the wild animals, and you will eat grass like a cow. 7 periods of time will pass while you live this way, until you learn that the Most High, that's what rules over the kingdoms of the world and gives them to anyone he chooses. So this kingdom, this world that we're living in today, is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Job 9:24 says, the Most High rules over the kingdoms of the world and gives them to anyone he chooses. So we can 100% clarify that this kingdom is given into the hand of the wicked. Just so you understand. Come on. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked are the Edomites, so-called white man. He covers the faces of the judges. The judges are the children of Israel, starting from Yahushai, right? He's the main judge. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. That's why they gave you white Jesus. They covered the face of the main judge, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. If not, where and who is he? All right? So we know the Most High gives the world to whoever he chooses. All right? He rules over the kingdoms of the world and gives them to anyone he chooses. And who is he giving the earth to? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So who gave it to the wicked? The Most High, Yahweh, in preparation for his greatest part of his plan, of his prophecy, is the destruction of Babylon the Great, World War III. So we're getting ready for this event here, Revelations 18. But the nations are getting ready for the war of Armageddon. So Babylon is getting ready to be destroyed. But what the Lord is doing is he's doing, I think it's Isaiah 34, because that's specifically talking about the destruction of Babylon. The Most High's wraths against the nations. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. Why? For the indignation, the righteous anger of the Lord, which is Yahweh, the Most High, is upon all the nations, because they're all going to be involved in this war, right? And his fury is upon all of their armies, right? He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. So when I say all the nations are going to be involved in these wars, I'm talking about the nations that the members of NATO that are going to come up against the alliance of the Russians and the Chinese and the North Koreans and the Iranians. You know, they're going to have an alliance of countries on that side. And then you've got all of the members of NATO that are going to be fighting on one side. That's what I mean. So when it says his wrath is upon all, because it's going to affect all of the nations, this war. But the main players are going to be the beast, NATO and its members, against Russia and its allies. All right. It says, their slain shall also be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Parabolic language for the amount of blood that's going to be shed. And this is the point we want to get to. All right. Because this is what we're talking about. This is what that NATO general is telling you to get. He's telling you to get ready for Isaiah 34 and 2. This is what the NATO general is telling you to get ready for Isaiah chapter 34, verse 2. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, right? And the heavens shall roll together as a scroll. So this is Isaiah prophesying and speaking on a nuclear destruction. The heavens, all the heavens, says all the hosts of heavens shall be dissolved, all right? So these are going to be the missiles. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, mushroom cloud from a nuclear destruction. And all their hosts, all their armies shall fall down. They're going to fall down. All of the armies are going to fall down from this. But this is going to be the one that's going to take out armies and battalions and cities and countries around the world. All right, but mainly between Babylon, Israel, the Middle East, and Russia. And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as the falling and as a falling fig from a fig tree. All right. So this is what the Lord's getting ready. He's getting ready to create these mushroom clouds, which are going to be the heavens rolled together like a scroll from these nuclear missiles. For my sword, the Lord's sword are the missiles. The Lord's sword is the wicked. The wicked is in Psalm 17, right? I'll come back to that. It's Psalms, just so you can understand what's going on in Psalm 17. I think it's Psalm 17. Oh, my ways. Psalms 11:10. No, here it is, 13. Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Disappoint who? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the so-called white man. Cast him down. He's getting ready to cast him down with these nuclear missiles. Deliver my soul, the elect, the remnant of the children of Israel, from the wicked. Who are the wicked? The wicked are the Edomites, so-called white man, the earth given the hand of the wicked, which is thy sword. So Esau is the Most High sword. And he's going to use Esau to, where was we? It was here. He's going to use Esau to fire his sword on each other. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, which are the missiles. All right. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is a Greek word for Edom. America is also symbolically known as Edom and Idumea, because Idumea is a Greek word for Edom. So it says, his sword shall be bathed in heaven, right? Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. So these missiles, these nuke are going to come down upon America and upon the people of my curse, that's the wicked, to judgment. That's who the wicked is. The wicked is the Lord's, are the Edomites. Those are the people of the Lord's curse. It's a judgment. But this is the final judgment. The sword of the Lord, the missiles of the Lord, is what is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and the blood of lambs and goats with the fat of the kidneys of the rams, all parabolic language for the amount of blood that's going to be shed. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Bozrah, America. This was the ancient capital for ancient Edom. This is talking about modern Edom, symbolic Edom, America, the so-called white man's stronghold. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, the Greek word for Edom, talking about America. So Bozrah is talking about America. Edom is talking about America. Bozrah used to be the capital for ancient Edom. This is now talking about modern America, right? This is what it's talking about. And the unicorn shall come down with them, right? And the bullocks and the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, literal blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Why? For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. That's what the Most High is getting ready to take vengeance on these nations for what they've done to the children of Israel. This is what you must understand. The underlining fact for all of these things that are going to take place is for what the nations, starting with the Edomites, so-called white man, did to the children of Israel. For the Lord to deliver the remnant, to save the remnant, the elect of the children of Israel, from amongst the nations around the world and out of Babylon the Great, he has to judge the nations, starting with Esau. That's why it says it's a day of vengeance. And the year of recompenses. Why? Why is it a day of vengeance and a year of recompense? For the controversy of Zion. Who is Zion? Zion is the 12 tribes of Israel. Zion are the Israelites. Zion is another symbolic word for the children of Israel. Let's quickly look it up. So what's the controversy of Zion? Transatlantic slave trade. That's the main controversy. They stole your identity. They gave it to another set of people, called them Edomites. They called them Jewish. That's the controversy. They gave it to another set of people that call themselves Jewish, so-called white people, which are the Edomites, and they stole our identity. They enslaved us. They incarcerated us. They murdered, raped, pillaged. They came and committed genocide against the Native American Indians, who are the 10 lost tribes of Israel. So Zion means parched place, another name for Jerusalem, especially in the prophetic books. And remember, Jerusalem was a people before it was a place. Israel was a people before it was a place. This is what it's talking about. The controversy of Zion as a permanent capital, a mountain of Jerusalem, Zion. Sunny place, the Zion, the higher, the southern hill on which the city of Jerusalem was built, including most ancient parts of Mount Zion. Very often used by the prophets and poets for Jerusalem. They are also poetically called the daughter of Zion, the children of Israel. Poetically called the daughter of Zion. And are the women of Jerusalem, can sometimes be referred to the women of Jerusalem, once followed by the Zion of the Holy One of Israel, i.e. sacred to him. That's who we are. We are the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. So they're telling you to get ready. We're telling you to get ready because we know for a fact that this is coming. But before this comes, the microchip. So we're in World War III, but we're not into the phase where the two main players are come head to head with each other. But this is where it's all heading. And the demonic spirits gathered all the rulers and their armies, right? So Satan is working overtime for the Most High. He gathers all of the rulers and their armies to a place with the Hebrew name Armageddon. That's where they're going to be gathered. That's where it says, look, I will come as unexpectedly as a thief. That's Yahweh Shai. Blessed are all who are watching for me. We are watching for the Lord, and we are warning and we are watching. Who keep their clothing ready. Right? What's that? What's the clothing? This is this word, this truth. This is what we're going to be clothed with. is this truth. This is what's going to protect us. Is this truth. Understanding who the true power is, who we are as a people, as a nation, who keep their clothing ready so they will not have to walk around naked and ashamed. So when this day comes, it's not going to come as a thief to us and not a surprise, because we know the day is coming when the nations are going to go to war in a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon. And the word Armageddon means what? Means mountain of troops. Let's quickly look it up. We're going to close on that. Ha means mountain. Giddon means troops.
Strong's G 717, Harmageddon. Harmageddon.
It translates the name Harmageddon, i.e. hill, as R is the city of Megiddo. Let's see what it says down there. Let's see what we go to. Okay, because it's a two-word, I forget what they call, like a two-word syllable. There's a name when they say that. I may pronounce it wrong. So Ha, there you go, mountain. That's the first part of the word.
Strong's H 2022. Hair. Hair.
Here, mountain, right? Or mount. That's the first part. I forget what they call these words, the two thingabub word. Megiddo. It says this is place of crowds. They should say troops. Place of crowds. It's going to be a place of crowds. There's going to be a crowd of troops. Let's see if we can go right to the root of this word, to the etymology of this word. There you go. Assembled by troop. See? So they know what this word means. There you go. To gather in troops or crowds. So what is the Lord doing? He's gathering the nations. Is it this one? Yeah. What did the Lord say he's going to do? It says, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear and all that's therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all of the nations, and his fury is upon all of their armies. He has utterly destroyed them, and he has delivered them to the slaughter. So the Lord is gathering all of the nations to deliver them to the slaughter. To gather in troops. That's what the word Harmageddon means. Mountain of troops. That's where it's gonna, and that's what we're gonna see, a mountain of troops take place. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. It's a short one. I just kind of want to bring it out. And I want to do another video as well, to do with the predictions of The Simpsons for 2024, because I find that compelling. There were some things that we all know, like I said, these guys have got these things planned. But I'm going to do a short video on that in a little while and bring out a few precepts. So pray you're edified. I want to give all the praises and the glory, as we like to say, to Yahweh, Bahasham. We'll come back to you later, Nero. What is it? Let's see. I want to give all the praises and the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Makar, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh is the name of the Most High God. Yahushai is the name of the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles, to the elect, the hopefully elect. Shalom to the hopefully elect, should I say, of Israel. As I always have to say, keep praying, keep safe, repent, and hold on to this word, because we are at the door. It's not going to take 20 years, boy. It's not going to take 20 years. This thing, I believe, is going to happen within the next 24 months. Maybe less, maybe a little bit longer, but it's not going to be 20 years. We're not going to be sitting there for 20 years waiting for these Edomites to find nukes on them. It's not. This thing's going to happen. They should have put the 0 in front of the 2 and said in the next 2 years instead of 20 years. All right? So, shalom, shalom, shalom.